Hey there, can you hear me?
Yes. Hey,
Hi there. Tell me, how do I pronounce your name?
it's Simona.
Simona, lovely to meet you. My name's Kian. And am
Like,
I right in saying the reason for the call is you're possibly interested in becoming a high ticket closer?
yes, that's right.
Okay, brilliant. Well, the purpose of the call is just to kind of, understand what you've done in the past and what you're working on at the moment, where you want to be headed, and then see kind of what the gap there looks like, so we can find out whether we can possibly help you or not. Um, the first thing I just want to know is what's the reason for you wanting to jump on this call today?
Um, well, I've been looking for a while for a remote job. And the ad pop up, and I saw um Paulo's clips, and I really liked what he's offering, like the value he's putting on his Instagram. So I said, okay, let's give it a try.
Okay. What did you like about it specifically?
Uh, well, of course, like his whole story, the way he started until now. And of course, the financial part he mentioned, like being able to make 5K in the beginning and also going more to 10K, 15K per month. And this is what I'm looking for actually, like to reach a better financial situation.
Right, okay. What would you say is the ultimate goal for you?
Well, to actually change my job, to be able to work remotely. That's super important. And also the financial part. If I could get to 10K, that would be amazing, wonderful.
Right, okay. And what is it specifically about 10K that is important? How's that kind of how would that change your life? Why is that a number that you're going for?
Um, well, I mean, where I'm living now, I mean, with 2, 3K, you can live pretty decently. And I just want to pay debt to give back to my parents because they helped me a lot. So yeah, for the first, let's say 6 months, I will just pay all debt and give back to my parents. And after that, maybe being able to invest in something, doing something, to do something that I really like, beside having like the high ticket closing job, to be
Yeah,
able to
yeah.
invest myself in all my hobbies, traveling.
Okay. Brilliant. And I mean, in what way? Because you said that on 3K you can still live pretty decently. So kind of why 10K though? Why would your life be so much different? Making 10K a month.
Well, I think I will be less stressed because right now, yeah, I'm making around 2, 3K depending on how much I work. And yes, I mean, I'm struggling to save from those 3K, let's say. I'm struggling to
Yeah.
save. And having 10K would definitely make my life easier. Like I would be able to pay all the debt that I have, like to pay the bank and everything, all the credit cards. And I also have like a huge amount that I owe to my parents. They
Yeah.
never asked for it, but I really want to do that, like to give back. And I think this will take a huge weight from my shoulders.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned kind of like investments and stuff. Like, what is there anything specifically that you want to invest in or start or anything like that?
Okay, to be honest, I mean, this is like a very far dream, let's say, but I would like to create a platform for educating girls and women.
Yeah.
So I also need the money for that thing, but that's a little bit far away, let's say.
Oh, okay. Cool. And is there anything in regards to remote working as well that's would, be have an impact on your life?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, right now I am working as a flight attendant, and I'm go always going like left to right, and I don't get to stay at home. I'm not even living in my country, my home country, and I would like to be able to go back to spend more time with my parents, my sister, you know, like to actually enjoy life, because right now it's just I'm staying here because I'm based here just for work. So
Yeah.
it will make a huge difference. Like I would actually feel that I live my life, not just work my life.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I mean, is there a specific reason why you working remotely is preferential for you to say just kind of like an office job back home?
Well, yes, I can work from anywhere in the world. Like, yes, I want to spend time with my family and stay home, but at the same time, I would like to keep traveling to discover the world. And if I can do this while working and earning money, that would be like the perfect scenario for me.
Right. So what I'm hearing is you kind of you want to live life a bit more like on your own terms and also have money set aside for different kind of projects and adventures that you envision.
Yeah, yeah, exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
Cool, cool. Well, we can circle back to that in a second. I just wanted to check. We sent over some free meeting resources. How did you find those?
That was really nice actually. I didn't expect it to be like that. All the testimonials and all the information about remote closing and how everything is working. That was really useful. Like it painted the big picture, and I
Yeah.
also see the successful stories, and it was cool.
Okay, brilliant. So you mentioned to me that you were working as a flight attendant. So remind me, how long have you been working as a flight attendant for?
It's 5 years now.
5 years. Okay. And I mean, in general, do you enjoy it?
Um, I, I, yes, it's nice, but I mean, it's
Yeah.
tiring and exhausting, and I'd rather do something else.
Right. Okay. Okay. Is there anything besides it being tiring? Is there anything else about it that you I don't know, is it that you're not enjoying?
I mean, I feel that I don't have control over my life, as in I have certain days where I know that I will work. I will go to New York, for example, but certain days like when I'm on standbys, I just wait for them to call me. Like I have 12 hours in a day when they can call me. I cannot go out, and I just need to find a way of doing something inside, being prepared with my uniform and everything if they call me, you know. So also being away for like I cannot build proper connections, relationships in the place that I'm staying now, because sometimes for 5 days I'm from home.
Yeah.
Um and yeah, that's pretty much it. Also the environment, it's not very friendly. Like you need to follow certain rules, but you are working every day with someone else, and it's a
Yeah.
little bit toxic because everyone is reporting everyone, even though we didn't do anything. If they don't like your face, didn't like you, didn't like the way you talk or anything like this, they can report you and then you have problems. And it feels like no matter how much I am trying to be okay, it will always be someone that doesn't like you.
Has that
And
happened? Sorry, has that happened to you, like being reported and stuff?
yeah. Yeah, it happens all the time actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Like what did that kind of look like?
Well, they can also invent something or just say that you didn't perform very well with a passenger or in general, and they write a feedback, and then you get called. You get a call. You have to go to the office and you have to explain everything. And depending on the situation, you might get a warning that has an consequences, like you cannot um upgrade with your position, you cannot do an upgrade for 6 months, 1 year, and depends. And this thing just can be over one simple, like stupid things, like I don't like you, or you didn't do exactly what I told you when I told you to do it. And
Yeah.
it's like, sometimes it feels like I'm not working with grown-ups.
Yeah, certainly seems that way. I mean, geez, you've had to go through this for 5 years. I mean, has this kind of had an impact on you personally?
Yes, a huge impact. It really affected me. I mean, I would just give you an example. It's even on your self-worth or self-confidence, like always having to perform and looking a certain way. I just saw myself going from I like the way I look to looking into solutions like to do my lips, to do my nose, to how to make my skin look better. Like it's really had an impact on beside the relationships, and that I don't see my family, what I already told you. And this is making me feel like more and more lonely and disconnected
Yeah.
from not only from my family, but like from the entire world as well. I'm disconnected, lonely, and yeah, that was very scary, because when I saw myself that I'm actually trying to look for like an esthetician, like aesthetic surgery, it was like, okay, this is not me, what's going on, you know?
Was that like a line in the sand moment for you?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly that. It was like, this is too much. I'm not like this. I used to like myself the way I am. I was super confident, and I realized that actually it's the job, because I even got to a point where colleagues told me, "Oh, you should do your lips because you would look better."
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a lot.
I mean, how long would you say you've been looking or thinking actively about, making a change in your career?
It's 3 years now. After 2 years, I already started to feel like it had an impact on my health as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, 3 years.
Okay. And how long have you been actively looking to make a change?
Mm, let's say for the past year, more or less actively.
Okay. Cool. And I mean, besides remote closing, is there anything else that you've been looking into or exploring?
Well, yes, in the beginning, like other companies, like airlines. Um, but then I said, okay, I saw a lot of stories on the internet. I even have some friends that are working remotely. And I say, okay, this is like a really nice life. You can work from anywhere in the world. So, but I haven't tried like something. I was just doing research.
Yeah.
Not really, I can't say that I tried.
Got you. Got you. And one final thing I wanted to touch on was you mentioned that you've been put in a kind of a tough spot financially. What was the reason for that?
Yeah, well, I'm not earning every month the 2-3K, especially during cold season. I'm not flying that much, so then I can even get like 1.5K, and
Yeah.
this is like bare minimum for actually surviving, like paying rent and paying for my bills and for food, and that's it. Like, and I really have to be careful. So, those months I'm really, really struggling with that.
How long has that been a problem for you?
Well, it happens every year, like for the past 5 years, it happened every year. Um, during the cold season. So it's like during the summer, I am doing well and I kind of get relaxed. and then during the cold season,
Yeah.
it's like a nightmare. And that's when usually I start to look more actively into something else.
Right. Okay. Got you. So, I mean, just to kind of understand your rationale a bit better, what's the reason for you, possibly looking to get into remote work or remote closing rather than, say, finding a different airline with a less toxic atmosphere?
Um, I really like the idea of working remote. I'll be able to go home in the beginning, and then if everything will go well, I'll be able to travel,
Yeah.
but on my own terms.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, I think I'll be able to earn way more than any airline can offer.
Right. Okay. Brilliant. And also, what's the reason that you're possibly looking, to invest in coaching and mentorship rather than going onto YouTube and trying to work it out yourself?
Well, I think it will be more time consuming doing this on my own. I don't have the time and knowledge to actually go out there and look for the information. And I would just like to have someone that already did this.
Yeah.
I can learn from their mistake. And of course, if there is a community of students, it's not just me one-on-one coaching. If there is also a community and other people that are learning the same thing that I'm trying to learn, that's even better because we can share. And I can relate to other people struggling, successing, like.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. Cool. Benito.